Hey everybody, this is Jerry. We got Hunter down here today, and he's with.
Don Enright,
What's the name of your company, Don?
D&B Custom Baits.
Okay, and he's going to do some baits with Hunter today. Hunter has his favorite colors. We're going to show you how easy it is to make your own baits with your own colors. And tomorrow morning we'll go out and catch some fish on these baits. So Don's going to walk through the process of what has to be done. Hope you enjoy the video. Let's get going.
Alrighty. First thing I did was I got the virgin plastic in gallon jugs. I've got 5-gallon pails, but I usually put them into gallon jugs because they're easy to work with. And then I put normally 2 cups of plastic. You can put whatever you want. And I just put them in a Pyrex mixing cup and then put them in the microwave. And then I set the heat for 3 minutes, which will not, I've only got 30 seconds. That will not be enough to fully cook it, but I like to do it for 3 minutes and then check it, stir it, and then do it for another 2 minutes, and then usually by then it's fully cooked. The plastic has to reach 350 degrees to make it work. Then it becomes real viscous, and when it cools, and then that's where you get your plastic worm. Now I messed up, I only set that for 30 seconds. There we go. Just took a minute.
Now your additives to the plastic, you add salt in there, depending on how much, that gives you a sink rate.
You can. Salt adds to the weight. Supposedly makes the fish hold on to bait just a little bit longer. I prefer not to use salt. I don't use salt in my personal baits. But I do a lot of remelt plastic because a lot of my buddies save their used worms and stuff, and I remelt them. And those automatically have salt in them. So a lot of my remelt baits have the salt already in them, and I don't have to add salt.
And we're doing white right now. We're going to add silver metal flake to it.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Uh-oh, Hunter, I just gave up your color on video. Uh-huh. Yeah. You didn't even notice that. That slid right by you, bud.
Yeah, it did.
That's one of Hunter's colors. I don't throw it, but he does. He loves that white with a little bit of silver in it.
That's one of the biggest things about fishing, and I'm sure you've learned that from Grandpa already, is the fact that you gotta have confidence in what you're throwing.
Yep.
And odds are, if you've got confidence in it, you're gonna catch fish on it. Most of the time. I also, if you notice the feathered treble hook, I tie my own feathered trebles too. So.
And on average, what do they sell for?
I think you can get these, my baits at Marine and Tackle Warehouse right now for, I think about 12 bucks complete.
Okay.
So.
And if they want to order them, that's where they'd have to go to order them?
Right. They would have to do it because everything is proprietary through Tackle Warehouse. So.
Marine and Tackle Warehouse.
Marine and Tackle Warehouse, yes.
Yep, okay. For those of you watching that aren't in our area, that's Marine and Tackle Warehouse in Sebring, Florida.
See now this, see how it's starting to clear up here on it? I think that temperature is probably about 200 degrees. Just click it till it comes on and hold it down close. Yeah, it's 276.8 degrees right now. So we'll mix it a little bit. And we'll put it back in there. We'll run her for another 2 minutes. There, now we'll get 2 minutes. All right.
Okay, so we got to check the temperature of the plastic, see if it's there.
This is when it starts getting hot. This is where the gloves come in handy. Just a little bit at the bottom to get it in. Okay, see what we got temperature. 363, 359. Yep, just right.
357.
Okay, we're going to do something a little different. We're going to actually try a different color. We're going to mix a little hologram color in there and silver. So Hunter will have some new color to try.
First we have the white. A lot of them I have formulas for, so many drops, but with this it's just white. I usually just play it by eye. Put a bunch in there till I get the saturation level that I want. Put the dye in, stir it up. The glitter, just add to taste. I used to have measuring cups and I'd measure everything out, but then it got to be where I was so close because I did so many of them that, dude, that's only 08, we don't want to go that fine.
We actually, when Hunter's doing it, he measures his out by using these little spoons.
Yeah, right.
Little measure, and that way, if he finds one that works better than another, he knows exactly what the formula was because he keeps notes on it.
Right. And that's what I should do, but so much of what I've been doing, especially here recently, has been remelts. And the remelts already have the glitter and stuff in the coloring in it. See what you got temperature there now.
360.
Yeah, see.
Decrease.
And you can pour it anywhere from 300 degrees to 350 degrees. Actually, the cooler that you pour it, the easier it is to work with because it's not so hot. Now, you've done this before, correct? Get an injector full and do just one side for now, and then we'll look and make sure it's what you want. We don't have to add anything. Very good, you don't have to bring it all the way up. Now when you feel it get to the stop point, don't push so hard because what'll happen is it'll cause it to burp back up at you. There you go.
He's jumping ahead of Don.
Okay.
Don said do one side, he did
That's
both.
all right.
He jumped on
Okay,
him.
now push it out. Hey, not on camera. You get a little red there, Hunter?
Hey, you get embarrassed a little?
So that's what your bait's gonna look like. Can you see the fine flake and then the bigger flake in there?
Yeah, it's a pretty color.
Okay, now that should be set up enough.
Okay, now you're gonna see how we get them out of there. Mr. Don likes putting his in the water next to you.
Where did I put this in?
Here, let's just throw them in the water. Now, do you know why I do that?
Why?
Because until those get fully cured and they're cooled off all the way through the bait, if they've got a little bit of kink in them, that's how they'll come out. You won't be able to get that kink out of them. So I throw them in water usually for a couple, 3 hours, and then I'll even take them out and lay them out flat on a towel and then let them set overnight. And then that keeps them from taking that shit like that.
Yeah, they're supposed to be together like that?
No, that's fine, as long as they're straight, it should be. Go ahead and get those others out, Hunter. Here.
Hunters used to having a pocket knife. Lay those on the glass, Hunter, and go ahead and cut them off
Oh, I've got
the way you usually do. Just cut them right off at the top, and then put each one of them in the water.
Oh, there you go.
Just push down on them. You don't need to saw them.
I usually do with scissors, but.
Yep, he does it usually with a
In the same
Razor.
order?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine, yeah.
See, it's a different step that we typically don't do with the water, but I understand, and Don said that works great for him, and I believe he's been doing it a lot more years than I have. So that's it, we'll let those cool. On to the next. So do you have other kids that come over here and do this with you because they like to catch their fish on baits they made themselves and they like to learn how to do it?
Yes, I do. I'm captain for a young man in the high school circuit, and him and his sister have been over, and they have poured baits. They both fish for the high schoolers. And then my next door neighbor is an avid fisherman, a really, really good high school fisherman. And he comes over all the time. So, yeah, and I'm thinking about doing a thing from for the club members to, if anybody wants to drop their kid off for an afternoon, like a Saturday afternoon or whatever, and we go through like tying knots and things like that, and then go from that and go into letting them make some soft plastics and worms and stuff their own colors and stuff.
Awesome, what a great idea. Youth is where it's at.
Yep, definitely is. Definitely is.
Okay, we're moving on to the next color, and you see Mr. Don is having Hunter run the microwave to heat it up, and Hunter knows the target temperature.
Take these down.
Now this is perfect.
It might be a little bit on the hot side, but I'd rather have it
Yeah.
there. Go ahead.
Cool side. 368.
Yep. A black, typically you don't have to use as much.
You see how much I got?
Well, that's gonna be a wild looking worm right there.
Christmas colors.
Almost, let's say exactly what I was thinking a minute ago. It's funny, you and I are on the same brainwave. They say that's Christmas colors right there, but I wasn't gonna say anything.
Give her a shot.
Just a little, that's good enough, yep. Just till it stops, don't get real hard, pick it up, give it a little bit, and then put a little dab, that's it.
There you go.
That didn't make a worm.
Is it being a little stubborn?
I'm not sure who's winning this, but I say the mole's, oh, Hunter got it. I'm gonna say the mole's whooping his butt, but.
Sometimes they get a little sticky.
Yeah.
Okay, you can see right here, nice and close, how it comes out of there. Be a little gentle on that when you're rolling them out. Lay them down on the glass. Okay, go ahead and take the knife. You may want to put this piece up straight. There you go. Put it right up this straight. There you go. Just push down hard. There you go.
Perfect.
Take them and you stick them right in the water. And there you have it. Awesome setup you got here. I mean, look at all the paints he's got for all his painting and everything. I mean, this is a heck of a setup right here. Look at all the different metal flakes he's got here, all the baits. I mean, this is the shop right here. And everything you do with kids, it's a really good deal. We really appreciate it.
Well, thank you. I enjoy doing it.
Thank you very much. Anything else you'd like to tell the people?
Mm-hmm.
Local kids can look you up anytime and
Anytime.
Okay.
Anytime. And I'm more than willing to share whatever I can with them. If it's not tie-in or casting, or I have a casting pond right out here in the side yard.
And if they want to get in touch with you, all they have to do is leave a message down at Marine and Tackle Warehouse in Sebring, Florida, and he'll get the message to you and you'll call them back.
Yep.
Great deal.
Yep.
We really appreciate it. Awesome shop you got here. Unbelievable the amount of stuff you got in here. Hunter's done this before, but he has not nearly anything like Don's setup in here. Awesome job. We really appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Have a
Thank you.
good weekend. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us, everybody.